What is going on, everybody? It's Alex, come back here with another video. Today we are doing another 2-round mock draft. So yeah, the draft order changed. We've learned quite a lot of things, and the only reason I continue doing this is because the draft order changes so much. Like the Giants going from pick 4 to pick 8, like it totally does actually shift drafting philosophy and who's there, this and that. You know what's going to happen, guys. So obviously, I don't prepare for any of this, so welcome to you guys who are already subbed. Welcome back, and welcome to you guys who are new. Remember, hit that like button, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We got a notification squad going on right now, and I love it, love it, love it. Cannot believe it's actually happening, but it's so nice to be able to see that people actually want to watch my videos as soon as I drop them. And remember, if you guys are new, drop a comment down below because we have an amazing community. It's probably the best part of my job is the fact that I get to talk with you guys, and then I get to see you guys converse with one another. And I gotta admit, it is quite fun seeing Eagles and Cowboys fans tear into each other in the comments. It is very, very entertaining. It tears my heart out because I can't choose a side because I love you all equally. But at the same time, it is so entertaining, and that's the best part of this job is that you guys each have your individual opinions, and it is so funny to see them just like go at each other. So going back to the draft, yeah, so we got a lot of things that are changing. We've learned some new free agent signings and all that jazz. So without further ado, let's kick it off. Number 1 pick, the Jets. Just signing Pat Elflein today, that's honestly an amazing move. You know, the right side of that line has been pretty garbage, but the left side of the line is super solid. So you could say a center and then a tackle piece and sign Elflein for a longer term, and you guys have one of the better lines in the NFL. Like, just like that, you have one of the worst lines to arguably one of the best. So Jets, you guys are making some very smart moves right now, and just gotta put a good commander there and then a good head commander and your good old head coach, and you got a lot of potential. Like, this team, if they hit the draft right, they can go from worst to first very easily. Not like first in the NFL, like championship, but within a couple years, I could see it happening if they hit the draft right. They have a lot of young talent, and they have a lot of money to be able to spend as well. So like, it's just so much untapped potential there. You know, you have CJ Mosley still on the freaking roster. He opted out this year. Like, people forget that he is there. You know, you still have McDougal. You lost Jamal Adams, but you got another first-round pick for it. Like, it's starting to look a lot smarter for the Jets, by the way. But Jets, great job. You guys, for once, you actually did a really good thing with getting rid of Jamal Adams, even though it kind of ruined the culture of your team. It is going to save you long term, but this is an obvious one. Trevor Lawrence is one of these Andrew Luck style guys where we just know that they're going to be number 1 overall. It's not a Tua where it's like, oh, someone came out of the blue. Justin Fields is making a very good case for potentially being number 1, but I don't think that he fits that Jets. I just cannot see him in a Jets uniform. I don't know why, but he just doesn't fit that Jets uniform. Trevor Lawrence has all the measurables, has all the intangibles, only faults. He kind of stares down his read, which could be a big fault in the NFL, but he has the arm talent to be able to put a throw anywhere. As Dan Marino likes to say, like, you can't defend a perfect pass. Like, you know, correct me if I like messed up that first part, because, you know, like, it's college. It's freaking 9 o'clock, and I got vocab quizzes and like stuff for Italian and stuff to do. It's a hard life. There's a lot of stuff going on, but Trevor Lawrence, unlimited potential, and he is the needed signal caller for the Jets. Like, I know Sam Darnold has potential, but I think that this is an NFL where NFL stands for not for long. So I think that it's going to represent that when the fact is you're the number 1 team. So, I mean, number 1 worst team. So let's go number 2, Jags. You have unlimited potential, right? Yeah, so spoiler alert, Justin Fields. You have unlimited potential. You have a very young, very skilled skills positions with James Robinson, and your wide receiver core is super young. Your offensive line's pretty damn solid. And then your defense is super young and raw as well. So you have time to develop. And that's why if you stick a good quarterback there, because Lutton and Minshew are solid, right? Like, no one will ever dispute you on that. But in the NFL, the quarterback position is becoming increasingly more skilled as time has gone on. Like Nick Foles back in the day would be super damn talented on any roster. He's able to put up 300 yards here and there. Alex Smith, same thing. It's just like the quarterback position is becoming so much more refined, and I've started taking this into my scouting perspective as well, starting to look in anticipation, looking at ball placement, and then the reads as well, because you can't, like, quarterbacks, all of these guys are starting to be able to make the perfect throw, right? Being able to just hit the target while they're moving. It's a different story to be able to put it perfectly on the spot and be able to throw it to the right guy. So that's where I kind of went wrong with Drew Lock. And Drew Lock was just, he just made some boneheaded mistakes, and that was a big issue. But these guys are just on another level. So again, Lutton, Minshew, solid, but there needs to be some accountability there. It's the NFL. So Justin Fields, like, if you can get those elitist signal callers, especially after teams passed on them, like Tua and Herbert, teams are gonna be like, oh shit, we need to get the future now. Cowboys, a team that I guess they think they have the future. Jerry Jones says Dak is your guy, so no quarterback here. But you guys have had injury problems on your offensive line forever. Your starting left tackle is on contract year, so I mean he was only getting paid something like $4 million. So I think he's going to be more in like the $8 to $10 million range, knowing that he actually started. And Tyron Smith, he's 30, but the dude he's had like back injuries and all types of injuries his entire career. And Collins, again, he's been plagued with some injuries as well. And worst case scenario, you kick him into guard, right? That's just the worst case scenario. Penei Sewell is a generational talent, and you're going to invest a lot of money to Dak because, as Jerry Jones says, he likes to over-invest into his players. He always overpays, and that means he's going to be paying Dak Prescott most likely. If he's going to be doing that, you better make sure that Dak doesn't get injured like that again. And obviously, what happened to Dak was kind of a fluke incident and not due to the line, but might as well minimize it as much as possible. Every single draft I've ever seen so far, in recent memory, obviously, because like Cowboys at 3 was kind of unheard of. All these new ones are saying Penei Sewell, number 3 overall, to the Cowboys. It's just too, like, you can't trust Tyron Smith, even if he's 30, to last that much longer. Now, Washington football team, we're going to see where you guys are going. I mean, this is a pretty obvious one. With Zach Wilson, he has just unlimited talent, and there's teams from around the country who are looking into this kid as a top 3 prospect. So Dallas Cowboys are easily a trade back spot. Again, Cowboys fans, you will most likely trade back, because if you guys are that confident that Tyron Smith is going to last and La'el Collins can last, you guys are going to be wanting to get a guy like Patrick Surtain. But I'm not feeling it. And this draft doesn't have trades in it. So again, let me know if you guys want to do that. I've tried to do a mock with trades for the Falcons, and it's insane the amount of value you have to give up to get to number 3. But there's teams, even like the 49ers, who are looking into Zach Wilson. So there's a lot of big potential there. So Zach Wilson, BYU, unlimited potential here. His only problems, he gets a little too cute with it. And he also makes some kind of more boneheaded mistakes, where I saw him throw a back shoulder pass against Western Kentucky, and the defender was looking directly at Zach Wilson. The problem with that is when you purposely underthrow a ball, it is because the defender will think, oh, the ball's going to be over here, right where the wide receiver should get it. No, the ball is back here, so the wide receiver has the advantage in slowing down getting the ball, right? So when they look at you directly when you throw that ball, you're literally saying, easy pick. So Zach Wilson gets a little too cocky in that, and then throws some hospital passes, which is just like you throw a pass where your guy's going to get cracked and can get hurt. It's just a little bit scary. So Zach Wilson, BYU, has unlimited potential, though. Just crazy potential, but there are some red flags. In Washington, you have time to develop him, and what a better coach than Ron Rivera to deal with a quarterback that can make some boneheaded mistakes. He's a great coach. Now, Chargers, you hit a home MF run. I gotta make sure I don't start getting taken down by YouTube for all my language. You guys hit a home run, right? With your draft, getting Justin Herbert. You got your future, right? Obviously, Kenneth Murray hasn't been like the top 10 prospect like I thought he was going to be a top 25, but like still, he hasn't been like the greatest prospect in the world, but you do have your future, and that's great. Your offensive line is almost all due up on contract, but Penei Sewell did not fall. Now, he could have. If I chose Patrick Surtain, we'd be going Penei Sewell like 10 out of 10 times here, right? Problem being, that's not the case anymore, right? So, right now, I'm stuck down to we need to replace Desmond King, which is Patrick Surtain, and I think that would be amazing value. or think about this. If I'm not mistaken, Mike Williams might be up on a contract. Jamar Chase is here. How interesting would that be? Now, we can also go Gregory Rousseau because we all know Melvin Ingram's also up, and then Kwity Paye. Like, I had this debate. I just posted a Chargers video literally last night, so if you guys are Chargers fans, do check that out. I went. I'm not going to tell you who I went with, but this was a big debate in that last one. But again, I think that you have aging corners in Hayward and Chris Harris, right? You have a super young safety core. You kind of want to remain relevant in that secondary if you're investing so much into your safeties, right? You want to be able to have your cornerbacks be able to help you out a little bit. Patrick Surtain's an amazing weapon here. And again, you guys are going to be pissy at this, but I think we're going to rock Patrick Surtain here. It's just when you got rid of Desmond King, it kind of showed that you wanted to change up where you were going. And again, Patrick Surtain, it's okay if he's the number 3 overall pick. I just don't think with Penei Sewell on the board, he's worth that pick. So Patrick Surtain is excellent. He's an amazing corner. Maybe not generational, but he's an amazing corner. And if he learns from Casey Hayward, Chris Harris, that's top notch. You can get a lot more value than Dallas would, who have 4 corners on contract. So big stuff. Now the Dolphins. Oh, where do we go here, guys? Where do we go? It's obviously these top 2 picks, right? Because you can pair up Jerome Baker with Micah Parsons. That defense has been good. But also Jamar Chase is super good too. And here's my reason why we don't get Jamar Chase here. You guys are like biting to get Jamar Chase. I can sense it. I can feel it, guys. I can feel it. Here's my reason why we don't get Jamar. It's this and this alone. You have so much size, so much talent, so much speed in that wide receiver group. You don't need another super freak. This is a trade back spot too, if you think about it. You think that the Falcons might move up? Like, okay, worst case scenario, you lose Jamar Chase to the Bengals, right? Which, oh, spoiler alert. Of course, I don't plan all these out, but you might lose Jamar Chase, but you still could get a Jalen Waddle, and then you get even more draft capital for Tua, right? So that's honestly like something that could happen because there's just so much value here, guys. There's so much value. Even the Bengals might trade up with you, and then you can get like a Micah Parsons. But we're going to be rocking Micah Parsons here. He is so good. So good. I know you guys are going to be so pissed off I didn't get Jamar Chase, but you guys have so much size already. How much freaking more like 6'3", 6'4", 6'5" guys do you need? You have Devontae Parker and Preston Williams there. Like, they're both extremely talented guys. You need some help in that linebacking core. Your defense is really damn good, but you don't have that stout middle linebacker who can just be super rangy and just fill up all the holes in the run game. I think that he, along with Jerome Baker, have so much potential. And trust me, just watch the second pick and watch the second round. You guys will probably like how it's going to turn out. Of course, I have no idea. But Bengals, I mean, at this point, oh, you guys lost Carlos Lawson, right? Isn't it? Carlos Dunlap. Why did I say Carlos? I thought Carl Lawson. You guys just lost Carlos Dunlap. Wow, I cannot speak English today, guys. It's one of those days. It's college. But I mean, Jamar Chase is on the board, and Joe, Jamar, and T, and Tyler. Wow. I mean, you can't pass that up. You can't. I'm sorry, guys. You just can't. There's no feasible way that you could even think about like losing that chemistry right there. Is a beyond insane pick right there. People will be saying, how the hell did these guys fall? New York. I was damn right. I was damn right about Daniel Jones. Damn right. He has potential. He has it in him to be able to beat teams. You know what that means? You don't need to replace him right now with the 4th best quarterback. You know what that does mean? If he sucks, you get to replace him with probably the 2nd best quarterback another year with some great talent from this draft. So, where do we need to go? Linebacker, I don't see it. I don't see it. Like Martinez has been doing pretty damn solid and like leading the league in tackles. Corner, I could see that. Caleb Farley could be definitely the pick here. Edge too. You guys could definitely get some pass rush in there. So there's a lot of ways we can go here. Kwity Paye could definitely be the pick here, and then Caleb Farley is just the injuries that are the problem. And I'm telling you, Darnay Holmes, I played against him. Back in my high school days, Oaks Christian, Calabasas High, we played against each other. And he is a stud. He has this like name to him, and he's played pretty damn well for a third round pick, I will admit. But they're missing James Bradbury. They are missing James Bradbury. Watching him play right now. What am I saying? Sorry, guys. Apologies. James Bradbury has been an amazing signing. I flipped it. I saw the Panthers, started thinking about the Panthers. But you guys lost DeAndre Baker. You guys are rocking with James Bradbury. I was meaning to say you guys are missing DeAndre Baker's play. Apologies. It's college. It's 9:11 p.m. So it just is what it is. You guys could be rocking Caleb Farley here. He has top 3 potential in the class. He has all the size, all the press, everything that you ever want. But he has injury concerns. So that's just a big issue here. We're gonna get you some pass rush, right? Kwity Paye has added new moves somehow over the offseason, which is kind of weird for a COVID offseason. And he's just lighting it up in the Big Ten. So we're going to be giving you guys some pass rush here. You guys need it badly, really badly. Kwity Paye is going to be the pick here. And that leaves Caleb Farley to be snubbed up by the team I thought I was kind of talking about, who lost James Bradbury, who's been playing really damn well for the Giants. So, no real need to explain there. You guys have an amazing team, amazing coach with Matt Rule. So keep rocking it, Carolina. Next, Falcons. This is an interesting one because you guys said that Matt Ryan's not going to be your quarterback, right? And this is obviously probably not where they're going to be drafting at number 10, right? I don't know why I highlighted draft pause. It does make sense. There's only one more option to me, and that's Trey Lance, right? Trey Lance is going to have to be the pick here. And, I mean, I think he could fit that scheme. You have a lot of weapons that can work with him. You have athletic linemen that could probably work with him. This is a scheme that can be altered to definitely benefit a more mobile quarterback. So just watch out, because Trey Lance, I'm not that high on him, but this is a good scheme fit. This is a very good scheme fit. Keep your eye out on it. He's going to potentially be one of the better picks in the draft. Now, Broncos, you could definitely use corner. Definitely. You guys are probably going to go corner here. But Gregory Rousseau is also on the board. I don't know how much longer Von Miller's going to last or how much more he's on contract. Same thing with Bradley Chubb. But you can definitely rock it. But man, I think you guys need to go corner here. I don't really see any other way you go, because you guys could be going quarterback too. But Kyle Trask, that's not worth it. If Trey Lance was not taken right there, that's going to be the pick. Drew Lock has not been the most sensational guy in the world. But I think you need to get the best value for your pick here, right? So do you want the second best pass rusher, arguably the first, or do you want the third best corner? I mean, it's just edge. It's not that much of a need. I guess you can re-sign Von Miller and then Bradley Chubb. So we're gonna be rocking with J.C. Horn here. He definitely could be an amazing threat on this on the Broncos team. I think that he would just be absolute lights out. So that's gonna be like really fun to watch. But J.C. Horn, absolute stud. We're seeing Jalen Waddle and then Gregory Rousseau fall. But again, Broncos, I mean, you guys, it's a need. AJ Boye is not it, man. AJ Boye, he's definitely regressing. Bryce Callahan, he's doing solid, but again, he's getting older, number one. Number two, he's more of a slot corner. J.C. Horn is, he is notorious in against whoever he plays. That's why Israel Mukuamu gets picked apart sometimes, because people are afraid to throw at J.C. Horn. So watch out for J.C. Horn. I think that'd be just an amazing pick there. And there's a lot of great talent here, right? Jalen Waddle, Kyle Pitts, Gregory Rousseau, all that the Patriots can draft, right? I think the Patriots need to draft the best offensive weapon in the class, in my opinion, Kyle Pitts. You guys have been loving this pick for a while. And Cam Newton, you can see how much effort he puts into throwing the ball. and give him something to check down to, man. Kyle Pitts is going to be a great drag threat. He's going to be a great long-range receiving threat, too. He is just an absolute weapon. He can play anywhere. He can play wide receiver if you need him to. Kyle Pitts, amazing. Now, Vikings, you guys traded away Elfline for a reason, right? I think it's because you guys knew that you were going to be able to, where the hell is he? Oh, you guys knew you were going to be able to get Wyatt Davis in this draft. It's pretty obvious. That's an easy, obvious one right there. Wyatt Davis to the Vikings. You guys traded him away. You guys need to definitely refill that spot, given how much money you're paying people. So Wyatt Davis is going to be the perfect fit, a solid number one guard. I think he's going to pay off dividends for this team in the long run, especially with how much you guys run. San Francisco, you guys need a corner, right? So we could definitely rock. A guy like Eric Stokes here, who's definitely shot up. Like it is a big potential here, but we need to relax. We need to relax because there is a guy named Greg Rousseau here, who, D Ford is on a 1 more year contract after this. Most of it is all not guaranteed, and it's 17 million, 16 and a half, if I'm not mistaken. D Ford, I don't see him being worth 16.5 million. I think you guys should honestly cut him. You guys need a quarterback, right? You guys are not taking Kyle Trask at 14. If you guys do that, you guys are the biggest idiots I've ever seen in the entire world, right? You guys do need offensive line, but watch round 2. I think that's going to be a lot better for you guys. I think you need some edge help. I'm going to be honest. I think you need some edge help. I think the corners can drop because you're going to be already on cornerback 4 at number 14. And you guys are not the type to like to settle for a cornerback 4, right? There's a lot of potential here, but we're going to be going a guy like Greg Rousseau here. It's just that's where the value is too good to pass up. And, get rid of D Ford, be able to re-sign Trent Williams, and use that money for Fred Warner. You guys need to sign Fred Warner, too. So, be able to just reallocate that fund in a much better way. Greg Rousseau, continue adding youth to the D-line, because, yeah. Obviously, Greg Rousseau needs time to develop, and this is a team where he can develop very well, especially next to Bosa. Now, I think 4 wide receivers are on contract here for the Lions, so this is kind of a need. But Jalen Waddle is definitely going to be the pick here. Like, there's just no doubt in my mind that you guys need offensive weapons too. Even if you sign Kenny Golladay, you need somebody to distract. Marvin Jones is not the answer. Jalen Waddle is an extreme deep threat. Yes, he fractured his ankle, but obviously he'll come back from that and he'll be working out and he'll probably be stronger because of it. So Jalen Waddle is a monster threat, super weapon. Being able to get him at 15 is just an amazing steal. Bears, you guys need a quarterback so badly that it almost eclipses how badly you need tackle. Quarterback is horrible, right? But this is an offseason where you could sign somebody if you wanted to. It is something. You can take a shot because the Bears, you are kind of in win now mode, but you have a lot of young talent. I've seen this in every draft I've ever looked at. Christian Darrisaw fits perfectly into the scheme. So we're going to be rocking him right now out of Virginia Tech. He is the biggest riser, arguably, in the entire draft process, and he's just a beast. Honestly, he's just a beast. So Christian Darrisaw, you see David Montgomery running his freaking mind out with how shit this offensive line is. Imagine that with a competent offensive line. It's getting older. It's not as good anymore. Use later round picks on guys like Desmond Ridder and stuff where, honestly, I don't think it's worth it, but somebody who could potentially be something. Get help. Get help right now. You don't want quarterback 5 at 16. It's not worth it, guys. So Browns next. You guys have quite a few needs, if I'm going to be honest. But you guys need some edge presence. And I actually saw this the other day on one of the TDN's mocks. I saw their analysis, and Joseph Asai is the guy with the most insane pass rush moves, which I'm very happy. I said Joseph Asai a long time ago is going to be a big hitter in this draft. I loved him from the beginning. I saw him as a 5th round pick, and then when I saw that, I was like, that's bullshit. He's at least 2nd, if not 1st. Joseph Asai is an absolute weapon, and you guys are losing out on the youth and growth of Myles Garrett. If you can combine that with the youth and growth of Joseph Asai, That is going to be insane. I know you guys need linebackers so bad. So bad. But Mac Wilson can step in. He can do stuff. And there are some talent like Nick Bolton, Chaz Surratt in the second round that, especially if you go edge here, I think they will fall. So Joseph Asai, amazing talent here. Just an absolute beast, because also someone in your AFC who likes to contend for the Super Bowl, the Titans, also need an edge, because it's obvious that Jadeveon Clowney's been underperforming, right? So in a way, you kind of stole him from a potential rival in the playoffs. That's another factor. I've been rocking this pick now for a couple times, but Jason Away is sub 4.440. Sub 4.440. Just on a team like the Titans where you get insane freaks like Jeffrey Simmons, Jason Away is almost too good to pass up. Almost too good to pass up. I've been rocking that for a little while now. Jason Away is just going to be so good. So good. I love it to death. Obviously, you guys need to retain Corey Davis. He's been playing pretty damn solid this year when he's healthy. So just keep rolling with that. Now, Eagles, you guys need a linebacker left, right, and center. I'm going to be giving you JOK here, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, because it is true that, I haven't been watching Alabama too closely, but to make Dylan Moses fall from like 15 to 42, there needs to be something going wrong. And I've been watching Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. There's a reason why Travis Etienne was bunned up. He is amazing in coverage, and he's very athletically gifted. So you guys need that linebacker badly. You guys haven't drafted one since like something like 1989, but that's not an excuse why you don't need to draft one right now. With getting cornerback 4 or 5, I think you might want to get linebacker 2. So Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, help out that linebacker core. It is like, I know plenty of Eagles fans. Y'all are hurting. Now, Jets. This is an interesting pick because we can go with ETN here. But I don't see the value now at this pick. At 20, I don't see it. I used to have it where, pick 29, we could do that. Yeah, we could do that. Travis Etienne, even if he's ranked the number 15 best player, unless you're dealing with Alvin Kamara, where your quarterback literally cannot throw the ball more than 15 yards down the field, he's not going to have that value. He's not first-round value. Even Josh Jacobs, an amazing running back, is not that value. So I don't see ETN being the guy here, right? And you have some solid corners, right? And you guys could definitely be going to tackle here. And I think that's where we're going to be going. Jalen Mayfield is an excellent right tackle. You have a beast at left tackle, Mekhi Becton. You now have a good guard in Pat Elflein as well. I don't know who you have at left guard, but I have been hearing that the left side of the line has been playing pretty damn well. You guys need a stud at tackle. Jalen Mayfield bunned up Chase Young and has been rising ever since. This dude has been putting on a freak show. He could be a top 10 pick if things keep going the way they are. Jalen Mayfield is a stud. I called it out at the beginning of the season, before the season even started. I said, watch this kid. He is special. Jalen Mayfield is a freak of nature. Just watch out, guys. Just watch out. He's an absolute monster. You guys might want wide receiver. Jameson Crowder and Mims are so good. So good. It's not a need. You guys need some protection there, especially if you're drafting a quarterback, for Christ's sakes. Now, number 21, you guys, if J.C. Horn were here, I would say, you know what, that'd be great, right? That'd be great. I don't know if the value is there. Eric Stokes could definitely be that, and we're definitely going to be considering that. But I've been rocking this pick for a little while. Pat Freiermuth, Dan Arnold, Max Williams, you have a superpowered offense, yet you don't have anything at tight end. Like, man, you guys make some insanely stellar plays. I will admit, you make some insanely stellar plays. But where's the check down options, man? Larry Fitzgerald's not going to last forever, right? You have Christian Kirk there. You have a great deep wide receiver core. Get some help underneath. Pat Freiermuth is literally Gronkowski 2.0. And if you can actually get somebody who can block, because you guys have a very good zone run scheme, because Travis Etienne was another guy I was considering there. If you guys can block and then be able to release, have some good passing targets, that's kind of helpful, you know? You don't have Kyler Murray throwing these insane picks. I mean, granted, he probably wouldn't have thrown the 50-something yard touchdown that he threw, like 50-yard ball that flew into the end zone. DeAndre Hopkins caught it amongst 3 people. But still, Still, Pat Freiermuth, you kind of would like that safety blanket here and there that is not named Dan Arnold. Next, we have the Dolphins, and ooh, Devontae Smith mixed with Tua. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I don't think I need to explain that to you guys. You guys are happy as all get go. So now, ooh, what a good turn of events. So the Colts, Costanzo's not going to be there next year. I'm going to be straight up. He's not going to come back. Especially with the way you guys are playing, not going to win a chip most likely. Playing very well, but not chip worthy. He's probably not going to come back, right? Because you guys cannot get quarterback 5 here. To me, it's just that, you don't need it that badly. You can sign Phillip for 1 more year if you want to for 25 mil and then be fine. You guys need to fill that tackle spot. You guys have the reputation of the best offensive line in the NFL. Keep it that way. Worst case scenario, Samuel Cosmi sits for a year or comes in for injury, and he is arguably, I think he's my number 2 tackle in this class. I'm not sure yet. Still, I'm deciding on where number 1, number 2 is, but unlimited potential for Samuel Cosmi. So yeah, no, just being able to sit him in right there where Costanzo was, be able to protect whoever you're going to put in there. If you guys need to suck for 1 more year to get a top 2 quarterback, do it. Do it. Be able to have a great line and be able to drop a quarterback into a good system. I'm telling you guys, a lot of teams do it the exact opposite, where they get the quarterback, then they build a team. No. Build the team, get the quarterback, have great returns. Now, Raiders, there's a lot of options on the board. You guys don't need a wide receiver. You guys don't need a running back. You guys, to me, don't really even need a quarterback. You could use a guard because I know Incognito is not going to last forever. So we might be going Elijah Vera Tucker or Creed Humphrey here. We're not going to go Creed because Hudson can last. So there's no real reason to be we'll take a great center and kick him to guard, right? So there is the potential there. But I don't know. You guys do need some pass rush. I will admit, you guys need some pass rush. Azeez Ojulari is definitely a talent that we could be looking at here. Same with Aiden Hutchinson. But you guys are probably why not go in the 2nd round for a guy like Hamilcar Rashed or even Boogie Basham? So for that, I'm going to listen to you guys. I'm going to be straight up with you. You guys do need some interior presence, though. J. Tuafele is an absolute stud, a stud on the interior. He was Mel Kiper's little dream guy. J. Tuafele used to be a 3rd-round prospect for TDN. I've been following J. Tuafele. He has been doing great, and he's been rising up boards. And he's usually when guys rise, that's a very damn good sign. That means that they're learning, they're progressing. That usually means they can do the same in the NFL. So get J. Tuafele and be able to ball it out. Now, Jaguars, you guys have a plethora of things you could deal with, right? There's a lot of issues you guys have, according to TDN, offensive tackle, tight end, cornerback, all this shit, right? Let's be real here. I think offensive tackle, it's kind of a need. You probably want to get somebody to protect your signal caller, right? That's perfectly normal. Tight end, you definitely need somebody. But, of course, I think that's a 2nd-round issue, especially given the pick you have at 34. Cornerback, Eric Stokes is going to be there. Whoa. So at 34, you can get a tight end or a tackle, given how many damn tackles are on the board. I think that would be just a way, way better move. So get a stud in Eric Stokes or Shaun Wade. But I think that you guys want to get more of a boundary corner. You don't really want to get a slot corner right now. Shaun Wade's a stud, but you kind of want that boundary corner. Eric Stokes is great. And I mean great. Great instincts. I saw him play, and I saw him literally jump off a route, his own route, to go to another one because he saw how the quarterback was about to throw to this one target who just did a curl route. He literally, before the curl route was done, he left his target because he knew that was where the ball was going to be. Great instincts. Can be beaten to the inside a little bit, but you have amazing linebackers like Miles Jack that can be able to compensate for that and do very well covering the interior. Eric Stokes has a lot of potential with your former 1st-round pick, C.J. Henderson, who has been paying off big time. Now, Buccaneers, this is usually where J. Tuafele goes in drafts, but that's not the case anymore. They do need pass rush, that's true. But again, round 2 might be the better choice here. They are losing they are losing probably Ndamukong Suh because they can't pay everybody. There's a lot of guys they have to pay. But I've been going Rashad Bateman. They just got Antonio Brown. Ain't no need for that shit, right? Ain't no need for that. Travis Etienne, they don't need that either. They have a stacked running back core. This is a very stacked team. That's just the bottom line. They have a very stacked team, and we might just have to reach for an edge. Like if you guys can't pay either an interior defensive lineman or stuff, like this team is so good. I don't know where the hell they need to go. I know they're probably going to re-sign all their dudes that they need to, but I can't see it. Azeez Ojulari has been a stud. I've been calling Azeez Ojulari more of a first to second round type of prospect as well. He's an absolute beast, and he's on the best defensive line in the country. There's a reason why we had the best pass rush with our good old boy here, Jason Owe, who is 4.3 speed. That's insane. Azeez has been just putting on a show. He caught my eye without me knowing about him, and I've been loving him ever since. Bills, you need cornerback, you need a linebacker. Where do we go with you guys? Shaun Wade. Why not? You need a cornerback 2 spot, and Shaun Wade could potentially give you that. Shaun Wade could fit at slot corner if you need him to as well. Trey White has a lot of positional versatility, but Shaun Wade was the reason why Clemson came back. Him getting kicked out, gave Clemson the golden gate. Gave him the keys to the gates of victory. So Shaun Wade has a lot of potential. You can stick him outside. He gets beat to the inside a lot, and he's not really a press guy, even though he looks and tries to be. But just teach him some skill, and he just has unlimited potential, man. Former top 3 pick in the draft style stuff. People were saying he should have been the number 3 guy in the draft. He has a lot of potential. Very, very, very talented corner group at Ohio State. Next, we have Baltimore. Baltimore, you guys do need weapons at this point. I hate Willie Snead. I don't know why he makes plays, but I hate him so much. We're getting Rashad Bateman. It's just too good to pass up at this point. So, also you're dealing with the Packers, who could potentially be Super Bowl guys, Super Bowl threats. So being able to get Rashad Bateman is definitely something that you want to do. And cheeseheads, you guys know how much you need a number 2 wide receiver, or maybe number 3 if you guys love Lazard. Terrace Marshall has been just an absolute stud. And it's kind of time they give Aaron the keys to the team. You guys are getting defense all the time, and it's about time you kind of help him out a little bit. And, Devontae Adams can only do so much. So, that kind of leads you to almost losing to the Jaguars. So, good job. Good job by you guys. Now, Kansas City, this is an easy one. Elijah Vera Tucker, you need a guard spot. You need a guard spot badly. You've just invested $500 million. You might as well just take advantage of your investment there. Saints, you need quarterback. Quarterback 5. But Kyle Trask has shown that he has that this late first ability, and that's going to be worth it, man. Kyle Trask needs to go there. Jabu Winston did not do crap. We'll, of course, see how he does play as a starter, most likely this week, because Drew Brees has fractured ribs. But Kyle Trask needs to take a seat. Not Kyle Trask. Jameis Winston needs to take a seat. Kyle Trask has a lot more potential, and if he can just come in, Drew Brees maybe coach him up a little bit in the offseason, just, standing there at practice and stuff, helping out the team, that's just going to pay off dividends. Kyle Trask is an amazing prospect, has some great ball placement. Obviously, there's just some questions with him, and that's what lets the Saints get their future quarterback. Steelers, similar situation where you could have gotten a quarterback there. Travis Etienne is on the board, and it's definitely something I'm looking at going. You guys do need tackle because we all know that Villanueva is on a contract year, and I think they might use the franchise tag on him. That's what I would do. I would probably get rid of Bud Dupree with how well Alex Highsmith's been playing, and then just give the contract to Villanueva. But man, we can go Leatherwood here too. He has positional versatility. There's a lot of really, really good picks here, and the Steelers. I don't know if we really need to go running back here because we do have a lot of little versatile guys, and if we're gonna be honest, there are guys down the board like a Javion Hawkins that we can go after, and that's more of a Steelers thing to do. So I don't really know if that's going to be the pick because we can go Eichenberg here. We can replace that tackle spot. But honestly, at this point, how many tackles have been off the board? We got 1, we got 2, we got 3. We got 4 guys off the board, right? So 4 tackles off the board as my fan goes crazy. 4 guys off the board. Do you want tackle 5 or RB1? And we all know how inconsistent James Conner's been. He's coming up on a contract year 2. I think that Travis Etienne needs to be the guy here. Ben needs somebody to check the ball down to too, and I think we were looking for that Anthony McFarland, and it just ain't it. It ain't it. He has potential, but it hasn't really shown. Travis Etienne, apart from one game against Notre Dame, has looked really damn good. So get Travis Etienne, get your guy out of the backfield. Don't make Ben's freaking elbow die every time, and just keep rocking it. So let me know what you guys think. Round 2 coming up very soon. I thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the far side. Peace.